and welcome once again to the Absolute Photography Show, where you get to know all about Africa's top photographers, who they are, what they do, what inspires them, things you didn't know, and what drives them to create the beautiful images that you and I enjoy. Today in studio we have Emmanuel Buo of ET Studios, who's a portrait and conceptual photographer. He'll be taking us through his journey, his process, and exactly what photography means to him and what you as an upcoming photographer can learn from this. Welcome.
My name is Emmanuel Buo. I'm a photographer based in Kenya, Nairobi. Main photography that I love shooting, rather that gives me joy in actually shooting each and every day, is conceptual photography and portraits. If I look back to my childhood days, I used to love drawing. I lost that though. But I used to draw a lot of comics back in primary when I was small. And if I look at my photography journey, it's more of what I actually visualize. Because before I actually get to shoot, I look at what I'm about to shoot, have it clear in my mind, or rather visualize it, and then I shoot what I want to have it in my mind. When I was starting, it was quite hard. Because number one, there wasn't so much content in regards to people to guide you and show you this is how photography is done, or rather people to look up to. The only thing I actually did was sleepless nights on YouTube each and every day, like I said, around 4 a.m. constantly for around 6 months of continuous trying to study photography each and every day. I remember we used to have a hard time in terms of getting content in regards to people to show you, or rather guide you in regards to mentorship. So it was quite a hard thing, and I also remember getting gear was kind of like hard a while ago, because I had to talk to so many people in regards to actually getting gear to actually shoot, in regards to flashes and cameras and everything else. Because back then, capital was a thing that wasn't available on my end. It was kind of like hard. Yeah. That moment that I actually shot for Drum Magazine, that was my high moment. That is when I knew that this is gonna pay. This is gonna be something that I can actually stay each and every day shooting. Because it was actually a moment that was like a window that was open that I never expected it to actually. Funny thing, I wasn't tensed on that day. As in, I wasn't tensed. I remember that day, you know when sometimes you can actually have sleepless nights, you knowing you have a big thing tomorrow. Yeah. So I actually didn't have that. I just woke up to myself, you know what, you would see it on set. So once I reached there, just looking at the warehouse, cars inside there, I'm like, now this is a big deal, make sure you do your stuff. That is when I actually started now shooting what I love, which I did shoot for DT Dobby, for Mercedes. That was just the breaking point in my life. I've always wanted so much to actually shoot commercial photography, or rather conceptual photography, so bad. And that was actually an opening to actually now. Because I know it started off as a hobby. Because I remember my first job was actually a bundle in regards to photography. That's my first job that I actually got commissioned for. That time I didn't know even settings of a camera. I just held a camera. I was like, you know what, go shoot, see how you can handle it. But if I look at it right now, I've actually learned a lot. Each and every day is actually a learning process in photography. And many people actually need to understand that and see that it's a day-to-day growth that clearly takes time and actually makes you stronger each and every day. I can start off with skill first. After skill comes to professionalism. Because I mean, if you have your skill right, pretty sure you have a professionalism even also on check. Because the skill is really important in regards to, I mean, it's a memorable moment. When you photograph, it's not something that you can reverse. You know, actually say it's a moment that you freeze that can actually evoke all the emotions. So if you get it right based on your skills and the emotions set as the image, you're actually conveying the message that you're supposed to convey with a photograph. Because I believe every image has to have a story.